Yeah, let's just go live and say hello, and then we will find out what we're actually gonna talk about.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
click.
always.
There's absolutely
Okay,
nothing
live on my
nothing to
end.
talk about. There's nothing happening this weekend. By the way, welcome to the Distant Words podcast here on Distant Radio. I'm Dr. Nagi, and with
Yes,
me
welcome everyone.
is the crew, the Distant Radio crew of Michael
Yes, hello.
and Akolai.
Hello.
And then we have a couple of people here with us from the organizer team. So we got Anne,
Hi.
we got Andrew,
Hello.
and we got King Kumquat,
Hello.
and mostly Evo,
Hello.
and Yannick.
Hello.
So I think I got the order all right in
Can
the alphabet.
Can we go?
Why is it New Year's podcast? What's that damn?
Oh, I didn't actually. Andrew would have been first, but anyway, ladies first. So Anne was first. All right, yeah. It's launch weekend time.
It's hard to believe that,
Wrong channel, by the way. That's the one I meant to send. Okay, it's starting very well. Okay, now Fleetcom. Sorry, I didn't send the live notifications yet. So hang on just a second. Beaglebar, come on, Distant Words channel. There we go.
Meanwhile, I'm also gonna pop
Okay,
up the chat
now
so
all
you
the
can see that
notifications.
while I'm
And-
in game.
I'm gonna leave the coherent talking to you guys. First of all, I'm very hoarse. If you cannot hear it, my voice is almost as if I'm 13 or something.
I haven't heard you
Yeah,
started
but-
neighing yet, so you can't be that hoarse.
Who are you even?
But yeah, it's the launch weekend, and we're officially kicking it off on the radio. Yes. We don't really have any topics. We had complaints over the last episodes that there has been very little information density. I'm gonna just rip that band-aid straight off. I don't think there's gonna be any information density over here tonight. It's gonna be more of a celebration for everything we've achieved so far, because we've been on it for over a year now, preparing for Distant Worlds 3. And it's been so much that has happened. And yeah, DJ Creep just joined us. Hello. We're already live, so yeah. Another mate of the Distant Radio crew. Yes. Who wants to take the word?
Nobody.
Tumbleweed.
Everyone's
Awkward
shy.
silence. No. But yeah,
What do you exactly want from us?
Yeah.
everything and nothing.
I mean, short
Um,
short reality is it's hard to believe that it's gotten here so fast. I mean, for those of
Yes.
us who have prepared and are basically ready to go at the drop of a hat, congratulations to all of you. I commend you.
Yay! Yay!
Because again, if you're like me and you've been working on stuff behind the scenes for the radio, or you've been just neglecting Elite for the last like 5 years, then you've got nothing more than the same ship you went into Distant Worlds 2 with. In which case, it's still perfectly functional, but now we have fleet carriers to ferry you across the black. Enjoy.
Exciting.
Speaking of fleet carriers, I'm currently docked on the Distant Suns, and I happen to get the pad number 07, so I've got a nice glowy 07 on screen for everyone.
07
That's a lucky
Commander.
number. Yeah,
07 Commander.
it's a good omen, I think. Also, not the very
Yeah.
distant sun, obviously.
Clearly.
The sun is very close
think
right now.
tonight
Yeah.
Tonight is a great opportunity to address any issues that have come up in the last minute with questions from people. Of course, everyone who's listening already, I hope there's a lot of you. You can always ideally ask questions now while you have the Distant Worlds lead here. If there's any pressing questions you don't feel have been answered adequately yet.
I had a little
You?
question just based on I saw some chit chat in the I can't remember if it was, I think it was the Distant Worlds general chat, but about the fleet carriers thing. I've seen chatter about people saying they're bringing multiple ships, and people asking questions like, what's the capacity for how many commanders can be on any fleet carrier, etc., etc.? Because there's obviously a limited number of fleet carriers, but as someone who doesn't own a fleet carrier, is there a cap on how many people can board them?
Jonathan, no.
No.
Only
there
per
is
cap
instance.
on what one individual commander can have on a fleet carrier, but there is no cap on what a fleet carrier can hold as far as numerous commanders.
Yeah, it's only a
like-
cap on the
like 500.
instance, cause a carrier only has a limited number of pads, so it's like when the
Because
instance
it'll
is
cause
full, you
congestion for
spawn a
people
new
docking and
one.
leaving and stuff, but
Yeah.
not in terms of just who's, as long as you dock on it, you can have more than the sort of the pad capacity. Obviously,
You can
but-
have the entire player base of Elite Dangerous on one single carrier, if that's what you're asking.
really.
Yes.
When you
cool.
when
Okay.
you think about
I didn't know that.
a Drake class carrier, right? Or no, I'm sorry. In this case, the Distant Suns, a Nautilus class carrier, that could fit maybe if we're accounting for actual dimensions, 25 anacondas or more. So
Yeah, I
imagine
mean,
having
that's what-
1,000. Imagine
what had me
having
wondering.
1,000 commanders on that thing. Like what?
Listen, they're just
1,000 Panther
disassembling
Clippers.
ships, flat packing them, and then reassembling them real quick when you need it.
There you go.
Oh, it's
Oh,
like it's
we're
hard,
doing the
it's just
Jetsons thing.
dimensions
We're doing the
inside.
Jetsons thing where we turn it into a briefcase. Yeah.
The thing is, inside each fleet carrier, you have a secret portal to Raxla, and so you can just send all your ships through. And if you really need them, you hit a button, and Raxla will spit out your ships again, and you can board whatever ship you want.
It's
Pocket
the exact
dimensions.
same tech that goes for
Exactly.
stations, by the way, in case you haven't
It
realized
is,
that.
it is.
Yeah, it's all magic basically, space magic.
That's all.
It's like the Weasleys with their magic tent, right?
Yeah.
Being on the
Yeah,
inside.
not
Arrow,
all there's
bag of
hardness,
holding.
yeah.
Right, so that question is answered. Yes, but there's a limit to how many ships you can store on the carriers and how many modules you can store. I
wait.
personally actually went and bought all the modules I could get, whether I need them or not, and just stored them on the carrier. So I have everything available all the time.
So what's the ship and module limit?
You can have
600, I think.
40
Per
ships per commander on
40
a
ship.
carrier. 40.
Yeah, and 600 modules, I think.
600.
Well, I mean,
So
modules aren't that
you're
big.
not gonna run out of space.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, you're not taking the entirety of your fleet with you.
No,
are
I'd
you?
hope not.
Speak for
Some
yourself.
people might.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I definitely am.
I'm at least
Most
bringing
of
most
my
of my
ships.
active fleet. I'm leaving the dedicated combat ships behind, but everything else, it's coming with.
I mean, technically, I'm bringing my entire home with me, so yeah, my fleet's coming with me too.
Yeah, I'm taking
Coffee
bringing my
machine.
Corsair, and I think I'm gonna bring might bring the crate, so I've got a ship that can play with. Well, you know what? I might bring a Type 11 for mining, if there's any mining events, because it's
Bring in-
also got I want a ship launch fighter bay, for winging people in and playing silly buggers.
Yeah, I'm bringing a Type 10 for that exact reason. Like, it is not going anywhere further than the carrier, but it will start cracking rocks if I need to.
Yeah. I think it'd be a mining ship might be nice, and I really enjoy the Type 11. It's got a good look to it, and it feels nice to fly.
2 pads just closed up on the carrier. I think 2 people just logged in on the carrier.
If there's one thing that I'm enjoying about the carriers, it's the fact that they carry universal cartographics. So as we are progressing through the expedition, get yourself some money so you can fly with Rebuy. Like,
Same with Exobio. Sell your
But who
data
doesn't-
as you get it so that you have extra funds.
Who doesn't have rebuy?
people.
Some people.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised. There's a lot of new players that are joining us.
I know, yeah,
for
for
Mission.
new players signing up, sure. But-
There's been quite a bit.
I mean, my Type 10, I think, costs 35 mil to rebuy, and I have 70 in the bank. So, it's a little dangerous if I get blown up out there.
Just fight a few Strab Tectonicus and you'll be fine.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to find probably a high metal content world, something that I can go start mining for, like refills, some FSD boosts, etc. Because my materials are absolutely depleted.
That is something I would
Oh,
like to
I've fully stocked up
do
on
is
raw
the-
mats. Like, yeah, I've got absolute capped out on everything. Always make sure to have it for synthesis. Like, it's really good to have that. And also, there's a few engineered mats that you need for things like heat sinks and
You just
whatnot. It's
restock
nice
them
to have,
and
and your
carry.
AFM and things like that.
Yeah, I just want to drill down. Keep your iron, keep your nickel. I know it's tempting to synth limpets, but preferably buy them at the carrier, because if you have an accident and your canopy goes, you're going to need those O2 fills.
I have 18 level 3 FSD jumps on my alts, so I decided, okay, that's enough to reach the Sumotus beacon and come back. I don't need any more.
Imagine having to pay the tariffs.
I had an interesting question come up, and surprisingly, I couldn't really answer that. So you can manufacture limpets, right? And when you do, they obviously go into your cargo bay.
Right.
So
Yes.
if another ship needs limpets, what happens to the limpets that you have in your cargo bay when you eject them? Turn they into commodities
Yeah.
that others
They become
can't
stolen.
use?
They'll be
Yes.
stolen loot, but it
Okay.
won't matter out in the black.
It's really
So
funny
you
when
can't-
you
you
do group mining and other people haven't set them to the ignore list, and someone needs to dump limpets to make space in their cargo hold, and then someone else just starts picking them up.
Okay, so but you can't pick limpets up and use them for your own.
You
You
can.
can.
You can. I've done it.
Okay, but then the ore that you mine with those stolen limpets doesn't get stolen as well.
No. Especially
that's
not
too
if we are out
complicated
in
for
anarchy
Frontier, you know.
systems. It doesn't really matter.
Where we're going, there technically is no police system.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yeah, we were thinking about a meta elite mission where players would have to manufacture 500,000 limpets to
And
bridge
there's
1 or 2
also-
days.
When you
just
dump
mentioned
cargo, like you have
clear
two
nickel.
buttons. One of them is just eject, and the other one is abandon. And if you
abandon,
click
yeah.
the abandon one, then they don't count as stolen.
But they're still ejected into space and not deleted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can also destroy them.
At a station.
Then the 500,000 limpet mission has a certain allure to it. I have to write that down.
It's extreme. That's probably the allure.
Where's JT?
Yeah, come on, JT. Yeah.
JT's there. I just didn't put him on.
Oh my
Here
god,
it is.
no, Andrew, stop it.
No.
You're not having a meta elite mission. Behave.
He has been summoned.
Manufacture 500,000 limpets.
Behave. Stop it.
No.
Need to
Do
get
you
a
know how
newspaper and hit him with
expensive
it.
the synth
Is anybody
is?
listening to the stream anyway? So
Have you checked how expensive the
It's on the
synth
Everlight
is,
body.
Andrew? You get
So,
like you have to. I
yes.
think it's like you need to pay 10 of each mat, and you get 3 limpets out of it or something.
4 limpets.
yeah, I think it was 4 limpets. That's really how you can calculate that those materials that you can store ad nauseum in your synthesizer, that they indeed have a weight attached to it, because 20 materials, I think it is iron and nickel, 20 stuff. They make 4 limpets. Each limpet weighs a ton, so that would basically mean that each unit of iron or nickel weighs 0.2 or 200 kilograms.
But they don't weigh anything.
But that's academic.
Effectively nothing. Yeah.
That's if materials actually weighed anything.
Yeah, it's funny because iron doesn't weigh anything in the game, but palladium and platinum does.
Yeah, it's funny that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah.
FDev is nothing if not
Well-
inconsistent.
Was somebody complaining about information density?
Yeah, here you're getting gold and stuff from us. Yeah.
Our information is so dense that it has weight.
Yeah, exactly. This is all
Coming-
so dense.
Coming back
Yeah.
to
The black hole.
information density, I know that we're launching here on the 18th, so that would be this upcoming Sunday. But for those of you riding carriers, how many of you are going to be participating in the CQC Team Deathmatch?
Hopefully everybody.
Nope.
I might actually have to miss the first one because I'm going out for dinner with my dad apparently on Tuesday.
That's not fair, Nagi. You
Yeah,
arranged this.
I need a backup. I haven't fully announced them on the Discord yet, but they are out on the webpage. When you click the events button, you can find all the dates and times for the CQC
Yeah, I've been talking about it. Yeah.
things.
time
And
for
they
anyone
are
who
also
doesn't
set up as
buy-
events on the Discords. You just need to click to the events tab and you'll see them.
For those
time to
people who don't
finally
know,
revive
CQC is
the
like a
game.
sub game of Elite that was released many moons ago and it was never really developed properly. But it's like a sort of fighter on fighter combat thing that's like it's set in the Elite universe, but it's not actually in the Elite universe. It's like a simulation basically, like within Elite. So you'd like do it's a sort of PvP but in its own little bubble, so it doesn't actually affect anything within your game.
Consequence free, yeah.
Yeah, completely consequence free. That's why it's popular with explorers because we can just wreck ships and blow each other up without any consequences in the game whatsoever. And it's not in the PG because it's a completely different game under the Elite banner. It just happens you can only access it via Elite Dangerous. So yeah, calling it a sub game is probably the best way of describing it. But it's good fun though. I mean, we have as expeditioners, we have this long tradition of doing CQC at least once per expedition. With this one, we might do it a lot more.
Well, it's going to be nice to finally revive a dead game mode because not a lot of people get a chance to practice their combat skills. You know, they're using their highly engineered ships with all these fancy weapons and such. No, we're going to stick you in a fighter and you are going to have to put your piloting skills to work.
To be fair, CQC is not really compatible with like the piloting techniques that you'd use in the actual game. For example, if you have an eagle in CQC and eagle in the game, they will not handle the same way. It's actually different.
Yeah, you're kind of training yourself on bad habits, to be honest.
What?
I'm gonna give it a shot, but I'll probably end up being not much more than a moving target.
I've
That's
checked
what
my
everybody
rank
is
by the
anyway.
way. I'm still on the lowest rank, mostly helpless, even though I've done
Yep.
quite a few matches already on expeditions. So the rank
haven't
gain
touched
is really
CQC at all.
slow in
Not to
CQC.
anyone that actually gets CQC Elite.
Yeah.
You
Is
need a
there
life.
anyone? I think I heard of one person who did, and it's like that's literally it.
That must have been when CQC launched. They must have been playing it nonstop.
Most
Yeah,
likely.
they have a level system. And
Yeah.
Was it level 25 or something? It's the highest level, and then it resets to 0, and you get prestige. And you have to do that 4 times, if you remember right, in order to get elite. Something like
What
that.
about what about an actual in-game SLF battle royale?
Well, you can't fire on each other in the FleetCom private group, or else it throws you out.
Yeah, but quite CQC though.
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
We also have Elite 5 now. Nobody's ever gonna get that.
Automatic. Is that automatic though? Because I remember doing it when there was a Scarab Destruction Derby. I remember like there was a few of us putting down hazardous laser fire on Scarabs, like player Scarabs and stuff. When maybe they did that in open. I can't remember. It was a long time ago now, but that was a fun time. And you know, if you lose your Scarab, you just bust out another one, don't you? Same with
Yeah.
SLF.
That's gonna.
Or you can get like 12 SLFs, I think, on the larger ships.
Uh,
Per base?
20, I thought.
12 like per hangar, I think. And you can have up to 2 as long as you've got 5.6, isn't it?
There was actually an
Versus 2,000.
SLF versus SLF combat thing in DW2, and I think it was called something like the Bandits versus the Security Force, something like that. It was some kind of internal thing, and it wasn't that popular, so we kind of stopped doing it after a couple of
Ah,
waypoints.
right, okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got lost
Although-
at the time.
But I think for Distant Worlds 2, there was less actual stations because once we got past the mining operation one, there wasn't really any nearby posts that you could dock at and restock your SRVs and fighters and whatnot, was there?
No, it was.
Whereas
have
if
what you
it,
have
can
after
you
that.
restock those? Can you restock those on carrier?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ship-launched
absolutely.
fighters and things? Yeah.
You can restock everything on the carrier.
Yeah. So that's literally as consequence free as doing CQC, right? But it's
It's right there under advanced maintenance.
you'll be able to have
and
spectators.
There is an issue though. On Distant Worlds 2 at Beagle Point, I did deploy my SLF, and what my ship decided to do was crash into the ground and explode. So
Oh, you mean your mothership
yeah,
like crashed
yeah,
while you were in the SLF?
yes.
Who did you hire to fly it?
Nobody. It was just the default AI of the ship decided
Oh
to
my
crash
God.
it, and it wasn't even a high G planet, right? Beagle
Wow.
Point 2, I think, the first planet you can land on, and it says
So
like
what
0 point something
happened to
G,
you?
so it's just completely random.
So what happened
yeah.
is when you were in the fighter, did you just respawn back in last dock system?
I had the rebuy screen, and what I did was I filed a support ticket, so they restored me
very
at
wise.
Beagle Point.
Yeah.
Because that's just bullshit, right? That's the game
Yeah,
bugging out.
My ship died through no fault of my own. Please help.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Advice
that's
good,
good.
that's good. See, that's a good piece of information right there. Those no information density. That's absolutely golden, and not even joking.
Yeah. Do you think? I don't know if anyone's had any conversations with FDev or anything about the expedition or anything. Do we know if they're going to be like paying particular attention for tickets raised by people out in the black, or is it just normal procedures and?
I think you can mention it. Definitely, that might get you more sympathy, I suspect. But I don't. There's no formal arrangement we've made with them. Obviously, they're very aware that this is going on, but there's nothing specific they've discussed with
So
us.
they do know it's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, someone is moving my camera. And people have been photobombing me now on the.
Sorry, I was distracted. What was your question?
Looking at you, Asp.
Yeah, sorry.
Creep.
Sorry, I had to. I mean, I like sitting here on the top of this distant suns. It's good. If only I wasn't getting a pad loitering warning every 30 seconds.
Yeah. Be
Yeah.
careful.
No, I'm at the menu at the moment, so I'm not in game, though I was quite recently.
No, I was sitting on not the command deck of the Distant Suns, but I was sitting on the passenger deck where they have all the little seats, and I was kind of disappointed to not see a lot of people logged in at the time, because you'd figure this would be a moderately decent like a community hub, but I'll bet you they're all back at the ice asteroid base.
I was going to say, actually, me and Andrew just came straight from the HQ one where I was doing a bit of like testing for the stream, and there were a couple of commanders there at least, and there was a couple extra actually outside in their ship flying around.
Ooh.
So there was about 5 commanders I saw at that. Yeah, and that's like half
Speaking
an
of
hour.
which, that's actually a good point. I need to do some stuff. I need to transfer some modules, and I actually need to head to the HQ. So I'm gonna do that on the stream, so I'm there. So sorry
I think
for
it's gonna
everyone who
vary.
wanted to be on camera.
It's going to vary with time zone and location, but yeah, if you're in FleetCom, you should encounter some commanders in the system somewhere.
Oh yeah,
around
no,
the
they're,
ships or the stations. Yeah.
they're all around the system. That much is easy enough to see.
Maybe I should get on foot and go into the halls of Distant Sun to see if we can encounter anyone.
I mean, there's not much in there right now. Everybody's trying to photobomb Nagi outside on the pad, but yeah, no,
I'm
they've.
curious. I'm going to go on foot to see what happens.
So
Yeah,
just
I'm
for
just transferring modules now, so I have things
Yeah, they've
here.
they've kind of buggered off. Like they realized that you're in the carrier now.
for Sunday
Yeah.
itself, right? I'm right in thinking we all head to the fleet carrier system. I mean, again, I know a lot of people have already docked up and loaded their inventory onto the carriers and whatnot. So the carrier's going to do a jump, assuming the whole 500 cap light years or whatever.
Mhm.
And then is it a series of jumps? Is it just like doing one jump to?
Nobody knows.
That's all top secret, confidential, need to know basis.
No, we can say
Or not on the
certain
list.
things. Yeah,
Some
like,
people
like
call me the space cowboy. Yeah.
Mystery box, yeah.
we're going to start quoting various hits from the 60s and 70s now. But no, in seriousness, this is like the outline plan. This has already been said in the Discord. For those of you not in the Discord, I'll tell you anyway. There's going to be a surface liftoff next to the DW3 headquarters on planet 7C. After that, we'll hopefully head to space. Everyone can find their little instances, their flotillas as we call them. And so some people are in the official ones, which they've got the pre-arranged lists for. Everybody else, you can arrange them with each other, hopefully. And people have been doing this in the server already under the community flotillas section. And there's people from all time zones around the world are organizing with themselves at the moment. I have found a commander actually in Distant Suns, and they're acting very strangely, but I'll ignore them. Anyway, but yeah, exactly. The idea after that is on the mass jump, we will jump to what is called the carrier rendezvous system. And the carriers themselves will have left the main launch system a little bit before that. So we'll jump to the carriers and then board them, and that'll be the start of the first leg of the adventure. And the carriers won't actually depart that system to go to the first destination until Monday.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah, and also the other one, Pillar, will actually depart on Tuesday, so that will be the sort of the rear gunner, as it were, coming up and with all the stragglers. Sorry if I mean to cut you off there. Sorry.
Has there
Yeah,
been
the-
any? Oh, sorry.
Pillar,
Please.
sorry,
go on.
Pillar Chista will be the Zoria always stays behind and picks up the stragglers. So she's in the bubble right now. So she's the last carrier in the bubble. So if no one's made it down, hasn't made their way to the launch or the jump system, the launch system yet, they still have time to board her and get a ride. And then when she joins up, yeah, she'll lag a little bit behind just to make sure that all the stragglers get on her as well.
Cool. Has there been any? Does anyone have any ear to the ground for any rumblings from the PvP community on doing a bit of a stalking affair like what happened last time round? Because I remember that much as we tried to like bounce everyone into the FleetCom player group and encourage everyone to stay in the player group, there was a lot of players who seemed to insist in playing on open and got picked off by Mr. Potter and his goons. Does anyone know if there's been any?
There is
Errands
the
from that lot?
Gangs carrier, hanging out, which most people have seen in the system, but we tend to ignore them and just give the usual advice, which is to stay in the FleetCom PG, where you stand the best chance of not running into these people.
Yeah. And
Like
I take it
anything,
the
you can't
same
100%
rules
guarantee
apply.
it, yeah.
I take it the same rules apply in terms of like decorum on the actual Discord, which is like don't give these people airtime, right? If someone's been blown up in open and like we don't want to hear about it, we don't want to talk about it. If you were in open, that's kind of your problem. There's a play group there for you, and if you chose to play in open and got yourself shot to pieces, then because there was a lot of people, creating this sort of Fox News drama around the PvP
Yeah, but
community.
that's exactly it, and that's exactly why we, at least in our organizers team, have the strict policy not to talk about PvP or ganking or whatever in any capacity, including on any streams, because it's just like you just said, it gives them airtime, it gives them attention, what they're
Notoriety and all
basically
that.
after.
Yeah.
So yeah, fly
Yeah,
and fleetcom and everything's going to be all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, if they want attention, it won't be from
Full
us.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The only mode you can fly in with 100% safety is going to be solo, but FleetCom private group is about as close as we can get to that. There's like most people know at this point, there's processes in place. If something does happen, while they're in the private group, there's processes in place, and we'll get them handled. But outside of that, if you're in open and something happens, while I have the utmost sympathy for your loss, that is the risk you take by being in open. That's just part of it.
100%.
And so if you choose to do that, I do feel sympathy for you. But yeah, our group isn't the place to file a complaint about that, because that is the risk you take with open. And by all means, if you want to fly in open, go ahead, but you're going to take a risk there. But yeah, as far as the
strongly
attention
advise
goes,
against it.
you won't get it from us.
Yeah, and so if in the event that, like, let's say, I know there's a massive influx of new players, or potentially people posing as new players, right? So in the event that someone was hit by someone in FleetCom, am I right in saying they would come to one of the organizers with the commander name and say, this guy, with a screenshot maybe of the kill screen or whatever, you were killed by X?
Yeah, I'd encourage people.
No,
I just mean in terms
they
of
would-
moderating the FleetCom group.
yes, they would have to go to the moderators and the admins of the FleetCom Discord,
Right.
not to the DW3 organizers, because
Right,
we
okay.
don't have the capacity or the roles to moderate and to execute sentence.
Yeah,
Sure.
the answer is the FleetCom admins is their first plan of attack. But there is a process. If anyone is interested, on our Discord, there is a process that is posted and clear, that if something is to happen and someone does sneak through we do have protections in place, but none of them are foolproof. And if someone does actually get through and does cause some damage, just immediately, we have a process in place to deal with it. You want FleetCom admin, and then just follow the process, and we'll help you get it sorted as best we can.
Lovely.
Yeah, and I think that's that. Damn. I had something I wanted to read out, and now I can't find it anymore. It's just perfect. But yeah, all right. Regarding squadron activity, there was a question again about joining a squadron, and just there's not going to be any squadron activity regarding Distant Worlds 3 at all.
It's
Just
just,
as a short
one more
example.
thing to manage, isn't it? It's just an extra thing that won't really probably add any meaningful benefit to the trip, will it? Because if you're not doing station assigned missions or community goals per se, you're in the squadron for the sake of it, and there's already enough people applying for, you've got the FleetCom Discord, you've got Distant Radio, you've got, Distant Worlds groups, then you've got FleetCom player groups, and it's yet another membership list to be managed that won't really have any value, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, squadrons are limited to 600 players anyway, and it doesn't make any sense for the expedition to tear established squadrons apart. We don't want to tear communities apart that have possibly been playing for years now. I know of at least 2 squadrons where there are more than 60 people involved in Distant Worlds 3, and They discuss within their squadron. They have their own. They are role-playing guys. They have their own role-playing roles, and yeah, of course, it's an established community that we don't want to tear apart. Just to be in a squadron that by name has Distant Worlds 3 in it.
There's a couple of squadron names that pop up again and again when I process the applications. There's a few of them. Ritter der Tischkanten is one of my favorites. The German.
Yeah, the Fatherhood is involved. Very, very old and established community. Canon is involved. A couple of other squadrons like
even the
Stellar
Anti-Xeno
Nebula is
Initiative
involved.
has a whole bunch of people signed up.
Yeah. So, and why would we tear them apart just to travel along with us? It doesn't make any sense.
Incoming message.
Yeah. Fairs.
Incoming message.
Also, Ritter der Tischkanten in English would be Knights of the Table Edges, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, Knights of the Edge Lords.
What? Knights of the what?
Edge Lords.
No, before that. What Nagi said.
Knights of the Table Edges.
Okay.
Listen, those table corners are dangerous.
Yeah, that's what
The
you
table
that's what you
corners are
when you use them.
dangerous, edges are fine.
I mean, corner is just where a bunch of edges come together.
She's not wrong.
Mathematically, you are correct. Yeah.
Technically, there's no edge without corners, yeah.
I mean, technically, it's a place with the most edges.
I mean, there could be an edge without a corner.
Yeah, a round table would have
Would have
no
to be
corner.
Okay, but that's topology.
Knights
Is
of the
anyone really versed in that?
Someone on this expedition is, I assure you.
Shut up, Chank. A circle has an edge. That's not true. A disc has an edge.
Is Chang
not a
listening? I saw him sign
Yeah,
up
he's
today.
obviously listening, but he's too scared to come into the voice chat.
Aww.
Well, I wouldn't expect any pedantry
Sorry,
from
there
Chang.
was no naming and shaming here either. Sorry.
Yes, I am
Hello,
reading the
Chang, glad
YouTube
you're
chat.
listening.
I am reading it.
But yeah, that's a whole topic. Discs have edges, circles don't.
New headline for the newsletter.
I hope breaking news.
Yeah, we have a newsletter as well. Those of you who don't know, and it's very nice. And we have some, obviously, some people here are involved with making that. And yeah, we have a lot of good, high quality productions of all kind. We have great artists of both the visual kind and the written kind. And yes, there's a lot of cool things that are coming out bit by bit. I can't remember when the first newsletter is actually coming out, but somebody probably knows around these parts.
Next week.
Issue number 1 arrives the 20th of January, 3312. Check back then.
Holy shit, it's 3312.
I know, it's hard to believe, right? But yeah, in regards to the newsletter, if you're not familiar with it, visit Distant Worlds 3.space, hit the Expedition newsletter button. You also get the Distant Worlds 2 newsletter archive. Either that or go to beyondwaypoints.com. That'll take you where you need to be.
I didn't catch that. Sorry, I was distracted. What? Can you say that again?
Come on, that was the best voice ever.
Professional.
If you'd like to read the Distant Worlds 3 newsletter, visit distantworlds3.space and click the Expedition newsletter button. Or, if you want to go direct to the newsletter, visit beyondwaypoints.com.
Who's this
That was
DJ?
really good.
And for the purchase of 2 newsletters, you will get 3
I'm tuning into
plastic
this
tub
guy.
for your bathtub.
Don't
There's a
blame.
reason. There's a reason I've been like one of the big voices in the ads the last few years on the radio.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Uh,
don't blame someone from a radio crew for having a radio voice. It's their
Yeah,
job.
no kidding.
I don't know.
I'm not. I'm impressed.
It wasn't a diss. It was a.
That's awesome.
No, it's just it catches everybody off guard, and it is absolutely hilarious because they're like, "Who the hell is that? I didn't hear this guy before."
I remember hearing
Did we
Dig
hire a
That.
professional?
Remember hearing Dig That 32 for the first time. I was like, who is this born for radio man? Who's like got the most absolutely sultry voice that I've ever heard in my life. Like, what the hell?
I'm Dig That 32, and they're paying me in void opals. Is that even a real thing?
They're paying me in
Yeah,
culture.
God. And I miss Dig. Like,
Yeah.
where has he been?
Somewhere.
Somewhere. I think
In
I'm not
space.
sure if he jumped off to Star Citizen or what.
He's been. I know he's been back and forth, but I don't know if he's active now. I haven't checked his channel for a while. Like he used to do fantastic videos for Elite though. They're really tons of flavor to them.
Oh yeah, long time ago.
Yeah. Just super. Yeah, just tons of what do you call it? Well, yeah, flavor like
Great vibe.
stuff.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic. Again, the voice immaculate, and when you give him beautiful content to read, it turns into a magic act how he pulls it all together.
Yeah, I don't know how he's not a voice actor. Like,
Yeah,
unless he is.
I
Unless he is.
should reach out to him.
He
And
fucking should be. Sorry, excuse my French, but
No, I mean the big
Start
question
applying.
about why isn't X person a voice actor usually becomes saturation issue and the fact that nobody wants to pay for voice actors.
Sad but true.
yeah,
Unfortunate though it may be.
well, I don't know about that.
but yeah, we have a few talented people already submitting new recordings for Distant Radio, so stay tuned for that.
I'm
Sure.
currently working on polar bears commercials right now to get them edited and ready to go. So those should
Awesome,
be ready by Sunday, I hope.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I still need to fix up some other recordings I got, but I hope I got time for that tomorrow.
What's the plan for Distant Radio's coverage during the launch?
All right. During the launch, so yeah, I'm not really sure if we're gonna do like actual live coverage because I mean, there's a lot of people going to be doing their own streams, and I think you're going to do a stream as well, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Yeah, me
so,
too.
we will provide musical accompaniment, but I don't think live commentary is really necessary. If anyone's
Probably
up for that, I think it's around the time Kenny actually has his regular session planned. Maybe he's gonna do something.
Isn't Kenny also a hitchhiker this time around?
No,
'Cause I don't
know.
I didn't see a ship
Sure.
for him on the
I
roster.
think Kenny
no.
said that he has to work on launch day actually, so
I think
it won't
that's
even
right,
be
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna call in a bomb threat for his work.
Like he's parked on the carrier somewhere, probably. But yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, one of the big things about jumping and having to provide coverage to it is this is a personal event. Like if you are getting ready to just up and jump, why do you need someone else telling you, hey, they just took off from the planet or they just took off from the station and we're going to be jumping here in about 30 seconds? No, everyone's going to be broadcasting it. You can see it for yourself.
It's far
That's
too
fair
good
point.
a voice again. I need someone. I need that voice, like just narrating my life in general. Nick's getting out of bed. He's going for a shower.
Lol. But
He's
yeah,
okay.
starting to put some more information in between this banter. Starting next week or starting today, don't know. However you want to put it. The podcast is gonna be happening weekly. So next Friday and so on.
God save your soul.
So that's gonna be
considering-
it's not gonna be exactly about launch, but yeah.
We have to start inviting some people.
And
still the
I'm
same?
literally a bit. What?
I was just going to ask, is there still the old schedule system for distant radio? I haven't.
As in implying that everyone's going to have a specific spot on the radio to broadcast in?
No. I mean,
No,
like,
it
is
was-
it the old scheduling tool, or has that been updated or changed, or?
It's different now. It's managed by technically just by me on the website. You can, if you look at the schedule on the radio side, it's one single schedule, and it's only for the recurring shows.
Yeah.
But if you have a show like planned ahead, I can also put in single shows, but it's gonna be manual work. I'm gonna like add a few more people who are able to do that in the future. But yeah, that's an internal matter.
Unfortunately,
I'll
I'm very
chat with you
unlikely
later.
to be able to join future broadcasts as I'm starting a college class. It's going to take up this exact time slot next month.
Oh, lovely.
Cool. Good luck with it.
Yeah, finally going to learn how to play the guitar I bought.
Oh, nice.
Oh, also by the
Yeah,
time,
that's always nice.
by this time next week, we will all be out there already, huh? At Waypoint Carrier Alpha.
Indeed, we will.
Yeah, it's closer than it feels. Actually, still feels very far away, but it's less than 2 days to launch, and I mean, I'm already all prepared and ready, so I don't have to do any last minute stuff. But yeah, still, it feels a bit unreal, doesn't it?
I felt like it was a lifetime away, and then all of a sudden it slapped me in the face. That's basically
Never
how-
thought it was gonna happen at all.
Yeah, it looked like it was so
I'm
far in the
actively working
distance that,
towards
like,
this character.
Wile E. Coyote, we just ran into the launch date.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It does seem surreal at times because I think this has been mentioned on this show and probably a few others before. But there were definitely times that Distant Worlds 3, I mean, it was actually abandoned for a time, obviously. And long after the launch of Odyssey and the sort of, difficulties that happened then. But also is the fact that there's been a few other times that it just didn't seem like it was going to happen for various reasons. But in some ways, it is sort of a minor miracle we've actually made it to this point. And that's obviously the fault of no one. It's just the way the stars have aligned. But yeah, the very fact we're all here now is actually something to be celebrated in its own right.
Yeah, and I've got to say credit to FDev for like really picking the game back up again. It really seemed to be in the spiral for a period of time, and then they've finally come around to the fact that, like, oh, you know what, this is a unique and monetizable thing that we can pick back up again and focus on and deliver content on. And so I'm really glad that, like, the player base is thriving again. And
FDev the last 2
and
years has
that-
definitely stepped up the game.
Yeah, it's good that FDev is has made a big change and is also accommodating us again.
Love or hate the
Really
arcs
glad
and
about
early
that.
access for ships, they do need the money to make this stuff new.
I don't begrudge it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll buy them if I've got the money lying around. If not, I'll happily wait. But I've got no qualms with the amount of value I've got now at this game for what I put down for it. And even going in on a premium beta, I still feel spoiled by how much time and enjoyment I've gotten out of the game. Like, and I think most of us here can probably agree with that. And I know that's not true for everyone, right? Some people fell off, got the game and then fell off it or whatever.
Still.
But
Yeah,
it's
The
like,
value is insane.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think I'm probably about £150 total in it after 10 years of enjoyment. So I can live with that.
It's pretty good bang for your buck for anything.
Not even much, yeah.
Like $2 on it on sale, so like the value out of it's been
It's insane. The fact that you can pick the game up for £2 is a joke, man.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
like,
true.
it's
I was
it's
gifting it to my one point because it was like $10. I could give it to 5 people. Like, dude, everyone needs to try this. This is just so fucking awesome. Whoa.
yeah, and I've been hand me downs in my old HOTAS to people. When I'll introduce someone to the game, and if they do get into it, if I've got a HOTAS kicking around, I'll send it to them, and because it, as you know, it totally changes how the game feels to play, and it really adds the
I've only played on those
untangible element.
mouse.
I've been waiting for my Hotaz, by the way.
No,
Hotaz, it's day one. I'm not changing.
Out of
Same,
curiosity,
yeah,
any of you,
no.
any of you play in VR as well?
I'm
not
playing
yet.
VR, but only
Not for a while.
As soon as I get a headset.
a decade
tell
ago.
you-
I played on VR.
No, I'll tell you,
I'm running
you are
an old Oculus Rift, and it gets the job done, but it's not amazing anymore.
No,
I
I've got
will
a.
say VR gives you the depth perception on just the sheer scale of the ships better than anything else.
Oh
Even
yeah, no,
being on
that's
foot
what I was.
in
Not just
2D,
that.
You gotta get it in SRV, in VR,
Just
and
dropping-
get it up.
Just dropping in on a star is just such a unique and impressive experience in VR.
It is
It's a
absolutely
whole new brown
gorgeous.
pants moment.
Yeah. No,
I have actually explicitly for the expedition, like, finally splurged on a better PC so I can switch to VR properly at times. Like, I've tried it before, and I have heard that other people, like, tried it, but my old PC wasn't good enough. So I have now, spent a bunch of money on playing the game, but it is absolutely wonderful. It's such a different experience. Like, it almost feels like they're two different games.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you could. I know, because I've got friends who swear by playing it on an Xbox controller. They've gotten so used to it, they feel really comfortable on it. But the hands-on experience for me for the Hotaz is like, that was really the game changer. Because I played on mouse and keyboard for ages, and then I tried it on the pad, and I just couldn't get used to it. And I finally got the Hotaz, and I was like, oh shit, this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
This is like, just shuttling back and forth, running data courier missions. I can do that all day in this game because of the Hotaz. Like, I just enjoy it so much. And then and then when you see it in VR, it's like, oh shit, tier 3. Like the next level up.
Let me tell you, when you are in VR and you are in a mining vessel, the first time you crack an asteroid, oh, that's the good.
You gotta hope your
shit.
headset
Your
is good
fucking
enough.
hair gets blown back.
You gotta hope
blown back
VR
when the
audio
blast
is good enough to do that
Just
justice.
listen to a bunch of nerds come over the sound of an exploding asteroid.
It's just fantastic. Like, you can't give it up.
So good. Did you guys watch the FDev little short they did on with the audio designer on how he created the sound for it and everything?
No.
It's on their channel on the Frontier Developments. Like, you might have to go back in time. It came out
think
not
I've
long
seen
after it launched, but
I also have a
you've got the guy. He's got like I don't know if it's Cubase or Pro Tools or whatever, but he's got that up and it's got all the layers of what he's used to do the. You've got the countdown and then the crack and then the delayed explosion out of it and everything. But he's got it all laid and he's talking it through it and how he created it. It's absolutely brilliant.
Like, for example, I think
God
the
tier
Farpoint
sounds
sound is actually an oboe, but it's been processed. You don't recognize it as being an oboe.
Yeah. Credit to the sound team, man. Fucking hell, so good.
Yeah, the sound design is impressive.
And I love everyone
even
for every new
from the
ship that comes out. For every new ship that comes out, everyone's like, "What does the boost sound like? What kind of boost sound does it have?"
Yeah, that's like the first thing I check. As soon as I get in, like,
Yeah.
okay, so boost,
No, but-
okay.
And that's
Caspian
something I appreciate with the new
my
ships
for
is-
example,
My favorite
it
is still
sounds
the
like nothing else.
That's
Hyperfall.
something I appreciate with the new ships is they all sound different with the boost. The old ships, a lot of them sound a bit samey.
The Viperfall has this kind of sound to it before the boost kicks in. It sounds
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, the Dolphin is quite.
Yeah, the Caspian is unique, very unique.
I think the
almost
the,
wish
the
Alright.
Caspian
boost
is
sounds
not
sounded
not
like
as
a Star Trek
powerful,
warp
though.
drive charging.
The
Let me
Caspian
see
boost
if
sound is
there's
not
any
as powerful. Like
complaints.
I like the crates much more, for example.
I mean,
Sounds
the
fire.
Phantom has like an actual like very airy sound. I would say it actually sounds like a jet engine when boosting. But But yeah, I'm gonna like hard change the topic now just because I find the question interesting. Does anybody have a PvP Q ship Panther?
Huh?
I don't know what the Q ship part means, but maybe some of you do.
Oh, Q. That's referring to something that was done in the war. So ships that don't look like warships, right? If I remember right, they look like
yeah,
traders.
That's World War II. Those Q ships.
Yeah.
Since when doesn't a Panther look like war?
Yeah.
I know that
Doesn't seem like
Acasus
an
has
obvious-
one. And he uses that to AFK farm. So what he does is he has a lot of turrets on there, and buy these shields. And when he parks in a Hazras, has some gold on board or something. So pirates come, and then his turrets shoot them all down.
Is that like an FK ship, basically?
Yeah, but that's not exactly PvP, is it? But yeah, I mean, PvP isn't as much. I mean, in CQC you don't get to mod your ships, right? I have never touched it, so it isn't as relevant as. Could you even pick a Panther in CQC?
No.
It's
Small
not been
ships
updated
only.
in years, so yeah.
The largest you basically get in CQC is an Eagle, or an Imp Eagle, I think. But otherwise,
Eagle, right.
it's basically all just SLFs and the Sighting Eagle. Yeah. It's nice and
Handy
small.
noises, smartphone noises, GSM noises.
I
Andrew.
love GSM Buzz.
No, it's JT.
Yeah.
I was mistaken if I thought it was JT. Who's calling? Put him on the line. No. But yeah, so nobody has a PvP Q Panther. But yeah, I'm looking for questions. No questions asked, so we can just keep on the banter. I was, yeah, just looking.
I remember seeing a question earlier, and I'm not sure if it got answered. Actually, it might have, because you guys were talking about playing in open versus playing in the PG. I was busy focusing on a Caspian, but if someone was fired upon in the PG and they fired back and ended up destroying another ship, are we looking at repercussions?
Well, so here's the real short answer is like the short answer is you can't engage in PvP in the private group. That's it.
Yeah.
If someone fires on you and destroys your ship, like I said earlier, we have a process for dealing with that. If you engage in it and fire on them and destroy their ship, well, that process applies to you. So it's PvP isn't allowed in the private group. Like that's just the short answer.
Not even in self-defense.
In this private group, yeah, and it's
Right,
worth
right,
noting that like don't put your pride in front of justice.
Right.
Basically,
And
if they shoot on you, by all means let them take you out if you can't get away. But but don't put your pride first and
right and
fire back and
it's hard to forget. It's hard to sometimes incidental fire does happen. And so then we would be tasked, or the admins would be tasked with did the original shots fired, were those intentional? Were those aggressive? Did they accidentally, did they have their hard points out and they thought they were scanning and they accidentally hit the button? There's reasonable explanations where someone might have taken a stray shot that wasn't intended for them or that wasn't intended to be aggressive. So if you take it upon yourselves to enact justice upon that person, you may be enacting justice on someone who had just made quite simply an honest mistake. Obviously, if you have a person that is making these honest mistakes on a, in quotes, on a repeated basis, that's something else, and the admins can deal with that in the appropriate way. But you don't take it upon yourself to enact justice. There is a process in place. PvP is not allowed in the FleetCom private group, even in
That means
self-defense.
I'm gonna need to take all my weapon hard points off of my Type 10 then.
Luna asks if it's about the consensual PvP in private groups. No, I think it was at one point allowed. I don't know if it has changed.
It
since.
confuses things now, doesn't it? It confuses
I think it's
things.
strictly PvE, really. It's like
It-
PvP is out, and
But then,
I think
yeah, got rid of it.
Go into open if you want to have a little private duel or whatever, right? But yeah, don't do it in the group. I would say it's just open to abuse, isn't it? Like, you know, like
Right.
you're saying, Zoria, like if someone accidentally fires on someone, or even if they fired on them on purpose and they retaliate, as in, so you've got a stealth PvPer in the group,
Right.
they fire on someone and then the person turns around and wipes them out. That PvPer can abuse the system and say, "Oh, I just got blown up by a tanker," like, you know.
Yep,
And how are you
exactly.
guys going to know the difference, right? It's don't leave any ambiguity around it. Like, stay in the lane.
Yeah, and the same thing with, you know, saying that it's consensual. Well, then what if the other person says, "What? I never agreed to it," or "No, I was
Yeah,
just
get
joking,"
salty about it.
or
Yeah.
you know, I thought I was going to win, so now I'm salty about it and I want to take a different stance, and you know, so just no. I mean, just the answer is no. So like if you're unsure, the answer is no. Just-
Exactly.
and if you want to do, like, you know, someone else already said, if you want to engage in consensual PvP, that's totally fine in open. Switch your mode to open, go have some fun, and then come back
Your own
to
PP.
the FleetCom private group when you're ready.
Just make
Okay.
sure if you're gonna
That
get
is the only-
if you're gonna get blasted, don't come back screaming that you'll have only 1% hull and then
Right.
crash into
Yeah.
something.
Please don't.
just as a note, there is a sort of
Alright.
small loophole for this, only because of the organisers or event organisers normally. They will sometimes have a small mining laser to denote a location like a mountaintop or a start-finish line, but it will always be like the lowest powered and least damaging laser imaginable, and it will never be pointed at anyone. And it will be got rid of as soon as a race starts, or, you know, as always, like you say, accidents can happen, but it's always on purpose. Obviously, it's not going to be PvP because a mining laser, you know, it's hard to kill anything with that, you know.
Oh, well, I'm bringing a
Imagine
weaponized.
the abrasion blaster.
Yeah, I'm bringing a weaponized ship just in case, you know, if there's a mining event, I can defend against pirates and whatnot. So like,
Well, I
you know,
mean-
like
Shouldn't have pirates that
But-
far out.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
question.
we're gonna be far out before we're gonna come.
far.
We're gonna- Don't forget, we're gonna be on carriers the first week at least, and I don't think we're gonna have any issues with pirates after that.
Peter
So,
is
another
asking a
question, yeah.
question
Pirates
in,
way out,
in
right,
chat.
especially like if
Peter has
Oh,
been
asking,
asking if they should bring
Oh, sorry.
a Scarab or a Scorpion SRV,
Yeah.
and my answer to that is actually bring a Scarab. Scarab is much better than the Scorpion. That's my personal opinion. So the Scarab
if
is
you're
way
not-
more
If
nimble.
you undecided, bring both.
Better
The
gravity
Scorpion does
management.
have a second seat if you want to host someone in multi-crew. However, it's much cooler if you just bring two SRVs. The other person just goes into the second SRV, rather than the gunner seat of the Scorpion. Because the Scorpion is a kind of intended for combat, but it's also really awkward at it. Because it has a Gatling gun, which is like really inaccurate. You can't shoot anything with it.
yeah,
Scarab is just better at that too.
And it does have missile launcher, which is really something you don't need on the expedition. So the Scarab is
Sure.
kind of better. It's more nimble. It's what you want for exobiology, for example.
Huh,
Yeah.
I didn't even know
And-
about the Scorpion, so that's new for me.
It's so bad people don't know about it.
Well, I mean, again,
it looks
I'm-
nice.
I'm coming
but
back after 5 years.
That's
so-
where it ends. It's naff to drive. It's naff to like. It doesn't have the gravity, fun, jetpack business of the
It
Scarab.
doesn't have the jump pack.
I don't know if I think it has it, but it's not. As,
Barely can jump.
you can't
Wait,
do.
No
rolling
wonder
backflips
why.
with it.
The Scarab is 4 tons. The Scorpion is 30 tons.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's not there. It's not the.
It's armor.
Oh.
Should I
That's
take a
disgusting.
laser mount on my ship for
Trampolining
Guardian
around.
structures? I'd be very surprised if we encounter any Guardian structures. So I don't want to rule it out completely, because we never know. There might be something that we've just never discovered before, but the likelihood is extremely low.
If you want to bring both, you can. I mean, for example, you could actually fit one vehicle hangar with scarabs, the other one with scorpions, and then like just store them and bring them with you. That's one possible way of doing it, or mix and match.
Someone's asking in the YouTube chat, how will communication take place via comms, Discord, or websites? Depends a bit on what exactly you're asking about. So obviously, we have a Discord with a whole bunch of text channels and voice channels where events will take place, and we will generally use those channels to communicate with each other. But like things like waypoint information and for example, will be on the website. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, for the actual in-game events, it'll all be in voice chats. Obviously, some of the information will get put into text channels as well. But for like things like mass jumps, actual meetups on planets, etc., that will be all in the voice channels.
For the mass jump, we will be using Discord.
Yeah, I think we can say that Discord is gonna be the main comms hub. The website is gonna deliver website typical updates. It's kind of clear by now what the website will deliver. And yeah, in-game voice and stuff probably only for wings and like on-foot stuff, I guess. Yeah, there was another question about the carriers. Are we gonna be able to stretch our legs on the week carrier journey?
Yeah.
I mean, I was about to say, as it stands now, you can disembark from your ship and walk around the carrier, but ain't much there other than a pilot lounge and a command deck.
Yeah, I think that
bartender you can't buy drinks from.
Yep.
And there's gonna be events like we mentioned. CQC earlier is gonna be during the week and also on the weekend. There we will be at a location, and at that location will be various events. We have some races planned, and also another event which I can't reveal yet.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the carrier journeys for the two legs of them will only be about 4 or 5 days, depending on the individual carrier. So we're not talking about like a whole week or anything like that. We're not quite that sadistic. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's
there will be events in the meantime.
3 or 4 days of carrier jumping, and then
I feel bad for the actual carrier operators because they're gonna have to remain blogged and jumping themselves. Oh, that is a good question though. Tritium reserves. How are we going to be managing tritium supply for the fleet carriers? Because obviously you can't run them all dry and then just get stuck somewhere.
That's why we've been asking people to put miners on the ship. We will need to refuel, and it's not just once. It's gonna happen multiple times.
The fleet carriers keep a capacity of what, 5,000?
I think it's
the 18,000.
18,000. Yeah. So they have a total capacity of 25,000, and some of that is taken up by the services installed on the carrier, like outfitting, shipyard, and so on. So.
Okay, noted. I'm glad I am bringing the Type 10 then, because oh boy, I do love me some cargo capacity.
Well, Type 11 is now the go-to mining ship, though. That's still locked behind an ARX purchase, sadly.
Yeah, and I'm not spending the money on that. Sorry, Chief.
Yeah, I mean, you're
7,800 ARX. Yeah.
As for numbers, how many miners do you got currently? No idea. Absolutely no clue.
In theory, like most people should have a mining ship. Let's say 7,000 people or something, which is about right. Assume that 5,000 of those have mining ships. That's a lot of mining ships.
Yeah. It might even get competitive once we start tritium mining operations. If you don't come early, you might miss out just due to how many people we are. At
I'll
least
also
we
say
have
that
four carriers that we need to be refueled, so there's some space. But yeah.
Yeah,
What
for
else
those of you who aren't fans of mining, which to be fair is a few people, it's actually much better as a group activity. It's one of those things that I personally have never enjoyed mining solo because it's just a bit of a chore. Do it in a group though, it becomes a whole new activity. It becomes a lot more
Yeah.
interesting because it's much more cooperative and
It
you
was
see
so
all these
much
different
fun
colored
during this
lasers
World
flying
Tour.
everywhere. It's like a full
Just get
light
like
show
a
and
few
everything.
Type 11s and mining the things and refining them, then spitting them out for just a plipper to scoop and run.
Oh, I've,
The
I've
problem
never
is you don't
enjoyed
have
mining solo.
you don't
obviously
get
like
enough
space
collector
travel.
inputs on a Plipper to effectively do that. Because the T11 just mines too fast.
Okay, one
It
T11
does,
to two
and it
flippers.
holds the special custom limpet modules are insane as well.
Yeah. So
It's definitely gonna be a lot of fun to mine in groups because yeah, I just remember how it was in Distant Worlds 2, and I can distinctly remember we kind of were showing off our laser configurations and everything,
yeah.
which was still it was silly, but yeah, that's kind of one of the experiences I fondly remember.
So it's
Building Explorers
also
actually brings
asking
some
how can we give
experience.
tritium? All the depots are already full. Yes. So right now the carriers are all fueled, and once they run out of fuel is when the mining will take place. So not at the start. It's gonna be further along. So bring a Panther for team mining may be a good idea. Yeah. So my recommendation, if you wanna bring a Panther Clipper, is only have the size 8 slots filled with cargo racks and everything else limpets and refinery, because you're just gonna need all the limpets to scoop up the stuff that you get from the Type 11s. No, the Type 11 is not available for credits yet, sadly.
Just noticed everybody's talking about using limpets instead of just manually scooping. Do people not open their cargo scoop anymore?
Oh, come on. Do you know how finicky that is and all this stuff?
No one's scoop like that's for the birds, man. Like no.
Also, the Type 11s spawn these
Manual
new bigger
scooping is
chunks,
not
and
it.
I think they damage you if you ram them. So that's also kind of risky to do.
Definitely.
Do the carriers
But
have
yeah,
full
limpet-
stores of tritium in cargo storage as well? Yes, they do.
Like,
'Cause we are going
manual
quite
scooping's
far.
like, hey, did you know you can hand wash your clothes in the bath?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that.
What,
actually.
really?
I'm not fucking gonna.
Call me old fashioned.
A
I
few
like
scoops.
just doing stuff manually.
If you
It's a
scoop,
challenge, you know.
better bring a big one if you'll mark.
Yeah, just bring a hose pipe. You can siphon it off the ship in the next docking bay.
I actually brought a fuel scope of every size, A-rated, of course, just to be sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy any pre-built ships on the way. Who knows?
Wait a minute.
I
did
feel like
somebody
there's
say-
such thing as over preparing, you know.
Did somebody say fuel scoop?
Fuel scoop engaged.
Fuel scoop. Yeah, definitely don't forget fuel scoops. Rather bring too many than too few.
You won't last long without one.
I mean, we're not selling fuel on the carriers, so at least not to everyone.
Exploration and exo
Something
data
like
can
that.
be
I'm
delivered
sorry.
to VSCs. I mean,
Because
it's
it's pretty
worth it,
obvious
or
by
be in
now,
the bubble.
isn't it?
Ignore power play bonuses. So exploration data, you will lose out on 25%, but exobiology data you get in full if you sell them at the carrier.
Imagine having to deal with tariffs.
And
So-
yeah, since exobio pays so much more than regular exploration data, you can safely ignore the 25% loss from that.
You're gonna be scanning so much stuff you're not even gonna notice.
Yeah. I don't think that money is gonna be any issue during the expedition at all. unless you tend to really need a lot of rewires.
Yeah, all those new players are leaving with pennies, coming back billionaires.
Now that's the thing too. Is this going to
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
for example, for someone who's coming back, it's going to be my first foray into exobiology. So I've never encountered how to do it. I have the suit for it, but I've never actually encountered how to do it on the ground.
So
So this is
I'm
quite
gonna
interesting.
explain. So you have your detailed surface scanner. You first you FSS the system, right, and then it's gonna tell you if there's any biosignals on a planet. Typically, it's planets with atmospheres. So you go there, and then you map the planet with your DSS, and then while you're still in the screen where you launch the probes, you can filter for the different biosignal types. Like it's gonna be fungoida, bacteria, and so on. And the planets will have these blue colors on them, and then you pick the brightest blue spots you can find, kind of, and you land there. That's where your selected biosignal will appear, and then you just have to visually spot them. And you can land near them. You go out in your Artemis suit, and select your scanner, walk up to the thing, scan it, and then you need to find 2 more samples, and depending on which plant it is, there is a certain minimum radius that you need to go away from your previously found sample to get the next one. And depending how big this radius is, you can either just fly again and spot them from above ground, or go in your SRV and just drive around.
So for the comedic bit, I'm just going to do this, but understand that I was listening. Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I wasn't listening. That it was something of a word vomit, but I think I got the general gist.
How do I find where to buy an Artemis suit using Inara?
Attention span much.
Every station that has a Pioneer supplies should, even on the carriers you could buy one.
Yeah, the carriers have the Artemis too.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
So if you somehow leave without one, don't worry, carriers got you.
And no, you don't need any engineering on it.
Yeah. You can buy
nice,
G3s
not
actually on the market if you can find them.
I mean, who needs engineering?
Not me, except my frameshift drive. Yay.
Yeah, that's the only engineering I have, literally.
I've got fucking every single module on every single one of my ships, grade
Yeah,
5.
but you
in one way or
played the
another.
game before it released, so you don't count.
What do you mean I don't count? I've got more than you!
To any newbies out there, you don't actually need a full like G5 Artemis suit. Grade 1
No,
will do fine.
no, good to know. Because I've not done any. I haven't played Odyssey, as in I haven't been on foot since Odyssey launched day 1.
As I say, you can buy up to G3s on the station. I have a G3 because I bought one on the station. I've not upgraded it or anything, and that'll do fine, you know.
I see
It's
some
your luck on
key
if they're
binding
available,
coming my
though.
way in the near future, I think.
Okay, here's a good question. Why can't I find a 1D shield generator on Inara?
Don't make me puke in your face, Michael.
Don't kill the messenger, bro.
You know,
1D
my
shield.
commander's been climbing into his ship for a good minute and a half here. I think
But
something-
I'm
Yeah,
wondering,
can we maybe, is there some ground rules worth setting as well for like conversing with new players on when they're asking for advice on how to build their ships? Because there's so many frickin' like helpers in the chat last time round going, oh yeah, derate everything, and blah blah blah, and then there was just a massive carnage massacre at the view because everyone's ship was underkitted and underleveled and underpowered. It was fucking ridiculous. Like, can we stop telling people to derate everything, please? Because it's just not necessary in 2025.
It's
Dude,
about how
become
you
a metallic
use it.
pancake. Yeah.
What is
Aside
it
from,
actually?
aside from for our own entertainment, it's
It
not.
was very funny.
It was funny, but like, it wasn't funny for them poor bastards.
That's why we did the high G training.
Yeah, we prepared people.
Yeah,
Like,
and
seriously this time.
how many
I'm still gonna
people
kamikaze
were
dive bomb a
registered then?
7G
Have we
girl.
doubled?
So there was a question.
Telling people not to fly with any shields and that.
Sorry. There was
You
a
play it.
question about research limpets or xenoscanners. I think when you find a notable stellar phenomenon, like void hearts, for example, you can get a codex entry if you scan them with a xenoscanner, but I think that's the only thing you can do with it. And the research limpets don't do anything. The only thing those do is extract tissue samples from Fargoid interceptors. And yeah, I don't think we'll encounter any
You
of
can
them.
get the codex entries from stuff just with the composition scanner.
That too, yeah, but I think the xenoscanner also works on the phenomena.
Another important question
yeah.
coming in. On the website, it shows the next waypoint as NGC 1981 Sector ZU-YD27 and a cutoff date of 18th of January 2026. That is the start point. So that is where you want to be on the 18th, where everyone's going to be, of course, starting these wonderful mass jumps, or of course, you can start jumping yourself from the starting system.
Rules of the Tongnut system, yeah, it does, right?
And that voice.
You're gonna love Waypoint 1. It's gonna be much easier to pronounce.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, Waypoint 1 is going to be fun.
Technically speaking, we're heading to Waypoint 0 for the first one, but you know, it's like both of them are fun in completely different ways.
Someone on the FleetCom Discord made a list of waypoint. I'm not sure who it was, but they started with waypoint 0 and then went to waypoint alpha and then to waypoint 1. Technically, from what we've just talked about, we're starting at waypoint -1, just for everyone, so that's clear.
Yeah. It's an unconventional expedition, but then again, we had to go that extra mile and do something unusual or that people hadn't done before, because, you know, what's the point of doing Distant Worlds 2 over again when it's already been done? We had to do something else. So here we
If you arrive at that waypoint after the cutoff, what are the implications? The implication is that you need to catch up. With
You get left behind, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it can be
Yeah,
done,
like,
especially...
but I think maybe the question's asking, like, is there a penalty or anything? It's like, no, there's no consequences other than
The
you're just
only
on your own
the
and
only
you've gotta catch
penalty
up.
is the increased game time you need to put in.
Yeah,
do yourself a favor, get off your ass, stick your ship in gear, and fly. That's all you have to do.
You get to play the game more,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have more fun. So that's not much of a punishment.
As someone who got left behind a couple of times during Distant Worlds 2, yeah, it was kind of hell to have to jump 200 different jumps in a span of 24 hours.
Yes, stop going out to touch. Play video
So
game.
the carriers will be in the system that the mass jump is going to. To answer that question from Sons Vaner, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Yeah.
Soms Van Aner.
Who?
So we do a mass jump, and the system you end up in, that's where the carriers will be.
Yeah, don't worry, no one will be left behind. At least not intentionally.
It's an abbreviation. Oh, that's a pretty long abbreviation then.
A long abbreviation. That's an oxymoron, if I ever heard that one.
Why is the word long so short?
Because it's like saying long story short, and then the long story short ends up being longer than the actual itself because you have to do it.
So it's short story long.
And and this is going to continue the concern about the missing the waypoints. Remember, this is an exploration expedition. Basically, the only concern right now is you making it to the end. But how you get there is entirely up to you. You could jump all the way ahead to the waypoints before anybody else gets there with fleet carriers and such. But of course, you're just going to be sitting there looking silly.
You won't know where they are because we won't be telling you in advance. We'll only be telling you where the next waypoint will be. Because as it's been said on the website a million times, this isn't a race, it's an expedition. We're here to discover things and to have fun with each other.
Search for Earth 2. You know, do yourself a favor. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Have fun. Go flying just because you can. You know, it's like
You're
going
not the
out
boss
on
of
a
me.
Sunday
I don't
drive.
have to have fun if I don't want to. Although I am thinking about just waiting until the fleet carrier destination's announced and then just jumping there manually myself, because I think I just enjoy that more than being sat on the carrier waiting. Is it making like multiple? Oh, you can't tell me, can you? No. I was gonna say, because if it's like doing like, oh, the fleet carrier is gonna do like 4 consecutive jumps. Believe it, then that's only fucking 2,000 light years. I can do that in a courier in no times. I'm not asked. But yeah, I'd rather be doing the jumps myself, personally.
Personally, because I'm going to be broadcasting during the course of the expedition, having the ability to sit on the carrier and just let the carrier do the jumping for me saves me a lot of time.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
But I can play World of Warcraft while being on a carrier.
I can practice the guitar.
Exactly. Any number of things while the carrier is
If there
doing
was
its thing.
group chats, I could practice the
That'd probably
guitar
be-
on a VC while my character is standing in a carrier. Make it a bit of a show.
Here we
I'll
go.
be
Another
in
question.
charge. I have to actually, get good enough to want to do that first.
Of course.
Okay, I have a couple more questions. A couple more questions in the stream chat. So first one is: do you have any inside scopes on whether or not Frontier will shaft us with community goals in the bubble while we are on Distant Worlds 3? So my answer to that is we don't have any inside knowledge, but assume they do. Very certain on that. So they're not gonna pass community goals for 4 months just because of us. The next one is there a Discord for Distant Worlds 3? Yes, it's the FleetCom Discord. It is linked on the website. And also on the forums, in the Exploration Forum, and in the Distant Worlds 3
And in the FAQ.
forum.
It's in the FAQ. I swear it's in the FAQ.
It's literally posted everywhere.
I think it's a direct button on the front page of a website. You don't even need to go to the FAQ.
It is, and of course,
yeah.
There's also the Discord for Distant Radio as well, by the way, which you can see at radio.distantworlds3.space and click the Discord button.
Yeah, and by the way, since we did that kind of sneakily, Kenny joined us. He overslept a little, but we didn't say hello, so hello, Kenny.
Hello,
Kenny.
Hello, everyone. And
Yes,
no,
hello.
I did not oversleep. I work night shift now. This is actually right around the time that I.
You were not here on time, so you overslept in my book. Period.
A space is never late, nor is he early. He arrives whenever the side.
You're gonna have to make up for that with some overtime.
Okay, questions keep pouring in. Is anyone in that podcast doing the Raw Runner challenge? Is any one of you doing the Raw Runners?
Nope.
Not me.
No, but I respect people who do because it is a very, very long way to jump in an unengineered spacecraft.
Yeah, welcome to
I
those of us
may-
what we had to do in Distant Worlds 1. That was us.
Yeah.
I may or may not wear tiger-themed stripes, but underwears. What? Yeah, that. But whatever.
That.
Where
Raw
are you
Anna.
going with that?
Next one is what will happen in the DWF scientific survey. I believe they have a post in the dedicated channel on the FleetCom Discord. If you look in the pins, there should be an explanation. It's not quite Boxer surveys from what I know, but it's pretty much go to this place and scan everything and just have your data plugins connected like EDDM, I mean, or ED Discovery or whatever you're using, and they will then process that data. The
It's
next one
basically an
is:
extension.
does anyone know if an exact Earth flag was ever found yet? Is it on canon? So I think not, and that's the whole point why we are doing this.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
One has been found. Yeah. So
I'll say,
Carrier's
we're no
jump
longer
to next.
looking, no longer looking for Earth. We're looking for Super Earth. I think
Mega
the
Earth.
Phantom would appreciate that.
So Carrier's jump to next waypoint, and we follow. Okay. On the first 2 weeks, we're supposed to be on the carriers, and the carriers just ferry us somewhere. And for the rest of the expeditions, we kind of travel in parallel to the carriers. So it doesn't necessarily mean following the carriers. It depends a bit on your own pace, right? So waypoint will be released each Sunday, and then the carriers will go on their respective routes. Some carriers will be going left and right a little bit for some site surveys, and you just jump as you like and explore. Or you can if you're a bit slower, or if you have too much to do during the week and you can only play on weekends, then yeah, I guess you pretty much follow them. But otherwise, you can also go ahead of them, or you can stay on board if you don't have time to play. Or anything's possible, really. I have ED Observatory and EDJP. Will this be enough data for scientific survey? Probably yes. I still have to install ED Copilot for. Yeah, we have some races, some ED Copilot supported races around the HQ with SRVs. I think Alec Turner will also do a live race on Sunday.
Before the mass jumps, of course.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of ED Copilot, first of all, everyone please try it, and also shout out to Razafrag if he ever listens to this podcast. Thank you for the work putting into that. Because
got all the
ED Copilot
questions now.
is an amazing tool. Not sponsored, by the way.
Sponsored by anyone. That's the thing. We're not a
it's
corporation.
great.
People sometimes act like we are, but we're all a bunch of volunteers. We don't have money. And then we were joking earlier about various things. We do not have a budget. We wish we did, but we don't. I'm afraid.
I wish we did.
Any money we make
emphasize
usually gets the
strongly.
website is supported by it pretty much. So
I cannot emphasize strongly enough how much I don't have money. Like, I just cannot.
On the topic of money, there is one thing how you can currently support the effort, if you want at all, and that is the Redbubble shop that Q kind of made with all his artwork designs for Distant Worlds 1, 2, 3, whatever he made. With you can buy mugs and everything, and I'm gonna look up the link and post it in all the chats just so you can look it up.
I think some people are actually racing
I
in
was
front
looking
of
for the moment
the
to bring
window
that
here
up,
because I keep seeing eagles fly sharp corners here.
So, I found it, by the way, Michael, and I will send that to you. But for those of you who want to support the Distant Worlds expedition, you can go to www.redbubble.com/shop/distant+worlds. That'll
that
allow
was
you to
pretty
see all,
convincing.
yeah, well, you get to see all the cool stuff, including stickers for DW3, DW2, FleetCom HQ, the search
Radio.
for 2, and then of course you can click on Q's name, and it'll actually take you to his individual shop.
The stickers are pretty good too. I've gotten a few from Redbubble. I like them.
Get the Mamba sticker. It looks cool. It's got red, white, and black, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna post it to the chat on the YouTube stream in just a second. I got my fucking voice. There we go. And yeah, I've posted it everywhere where it's supposedly. Wait, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I posted it. I posted it in here, so that way.
You posted
live
that in the
listeners can
Discord. You haven't posted it on the YouTube chat yet.
Everywhere. yeah, and that money will go to running the servers, and if there's any gonna be left over, it's gonna be kind of the who's got any actual official statement on how any excess money would be used?
It's going to be given to charity, basically. We decided this a little while ago, but yeah, it goes to the maintenance of the website, anything left over. We haven't nominated the charities yet, but we will at the end of the expedition.
Well, I figured, because some of this IP or some of this intellectual property, I'm not sure, of course, about the art, but this is still technically Frontier's property, so you can't really make a profit on it, as far as I understand it.
I can't comment on legal matters at the moment, so let's leave that till later on in the expedition.
There's not going to be much money coming from it, but yeah, charity is the way. And then what was the charity that was it Lave Radio and the Elite Community Meet usually support? Nagi, you should know that.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out who was running around me, but it was Akalai.
Yep. Stop looking at me like
the
that.
Charity, what's the charity? Lave Radio and the ECM support. majorly?
That was. They were. Was it
Something with level
the
or
kids
next
in
level
hospitals getting access? No, that was someone else.
It was a pretty gamer name, actually. Hang on.
I think that we were helping kids in some way that are impeded. I don't remember the exact thing.
Yeah, it was called Special Effects.
Special Effect, that's the one I was looking for. Yeah, that's the charity. Definitely to consider if you want to.
St. Jude's would be a nice one. So it's Children's Hospice. They're really well known and do wonderful things for kids who've been dealt the fucking shittest hand in life. But just suggestion. But
I'd like to just shout out the Immune Deficiency Foundation then.
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
There's Extra Life. There's definitely a lot. I think that's
Extra
why.
Life too, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why it's,
a good one.
Yeah, it hasn't
someone
been
who-
cited too.
Yeah, as someone who streamed for Extra Life this last year for community service, they are absolutely fantastic, and I would recommend them
Really great
highly.
group.
Of
Yeah,
course,
there's,
if you're
Make-A-Wish as well.
majorly
Make-A-Wish is a
interested,
good one.
yeah, of course, if you're majorly interested in supporting some one of these charities, you can of course do that directly too. You don't have to
Of
go
course.
through us. We would appreciate the support though, so no, I'm not gonna lie about that. But yeah, so if you want to have a Distant Worlds 3 mug or anything, the Redbubble shop is definitely the way to go.
I'm gonna miss the mug club.
Distant Radio
man.
2. And then we can still revive it in some way if you really want to, but you have to make the organizational stuff and ask the original founders if it's okay.
I wonder if the commander who did the aluminum machined medallions will be coming back to do those again. for
He's
this-
still in the Discord, actually. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I think we've said to them like, yeah, we'll deal with that like the more sort of serious merch end at the end of the expedition, because obviously there's like much more money and coordination involved than just the Redbubble shop. So yeah, he has been in touch with us a couple of times.
Okay.
Would love
I
to
actually
have
wanna get
one of
a,
those for this.
I want to get a supplemental medallion. Actually, here, give me a minute. I'm gonna actually get mine off my wall.
I got the medallions from him for Distant Worlds 1, the year later Distant Stars expedition up to the Cancri cluster when jet cones are added, and then for Distant Worlds 2. So getting one for Distant Worlds 3 would just be amazing.
Penny, just for future reference, you're a stage moderator. You don't have to actually request to speak. But yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt anything.
Displayed. I think wasn't one of the poster or maybe someone that we custom made one of the Distant Worlds 2 posters. I saw someone getting a display of that.
It would be interesting to look into if there's a collaboration possible with them. But if custom displays are a thing, I don't think we're gonna be against anyone doing that for themselves. If you're actually gonna start selling other like displays in the name of Distant Worlds 3 or something with our artwork on there, that's not gonna be okay. But if you want something for yourself and you can do that on display, I don't think there's an issue with that.
Also, apologies at this point. I believe I was the one in charge of designing the Distant Worlds 3 poster, but that kind of got dropped in favor of other things. I don't know if maybe we're gonna pick it back up again just along the way if people do want still like that kind of commemorative thing.
It'd still be cool to have a Distant Worlds poster, even if it was just something that was, you know, just around as a sort of, as you say, memento. We know it's just in digital form. It would still be cool. You know, there's always going to be sort of an interest in that. But, you know, I mean, I'm just speaking for myself as well, to forget the organizer bit as well. But I'm sure a lot of other people would still be interested.
A little bit of a story behind the DW2 poster with the cutter and the 2 corvettes. So we actually so Hugh has asked in chat for 2 people with a corvette. So and I replied I have one, and I think Sonic was the other one, also known as Scavskiller. So we met in game. Q had picked a location, so like with a gas giant in background, and then we did fly in formation, and he took screenshots from multiple different angles, and then he picked one, and then he edited that screenshot, and that became the poster. So that's how he made that.
That is very cool.
Damn you, Michael, damn you. Now I have to pick up a Distant Radio t-shirt.
Display does do custom ones. Yeah, how expensive are they? Well, I think regular displays are already not cheap.
I have no idea.
So I think I paid about 80 euros for one for my mom last year for her birthday. Of a famous painting.
Custom metal prints on display.com from as low as $54.99 USD.
That's probably the small one, right?
Okay, voice.
A 17 by 12.
I do love how it keeps sounding like there's just a sudden sponsor spot in the middle of the podcast. Great.
17 by 12.
It's just a guy saying stuff.
Since a caller is American, I have to ask,
fine,
is that
give me a
17 inch by 12 inch?
Yes, that is 17
I'm
inch.
just
I will
asking, so
convert it for you.
we all know how much an inch is, so you can just tell us what unit, and we're gonna know.
Yeah, it might not be audible by my voice, but I am in fact German. But for the newsletter, for the first time, I'm working with an American format, and so it's like, oh, it's inches, it's like US letter, and I'm like, this is such a unique and novel experience.
Yeah, 45 centimeters by 31 centimeters.
Oh, that's not that small, actually.
No.
That
larger...
sounds tiny when you say centimeters.
Yeah.
Because it's 1/100th of a meter, and a meter is tiny. No. Inches is better. Besides, who landed on the moon first? Inches.
I mean, okay, so I'm gonna have an argument pro freedom units right now. And that's, have you ever been centimetering towards anything?
Yeah, he's got a point. In terms of in terms of units of measurement, blame the English, because of course they are imperial measurements. They just got brought over to the US.
Yeah, but living in the UK though is kind of weird because most things are in, you know, SIs, international, what have you. But then for some reason in road measurements it's still miles. Everything else is in like centimeters.
For trains as well. They also do
But then you
miles
use
for
stones
railways
the weight of a person.
and miles per hour.
Well, let's not get started on Whitworth measurements then.
Okay, actual question from the chat. Is there any checklist for seeing if you are ready for DW3? So, there is, in fact, a checklist in the launch day info channel. That's more of an organizational checklist. It doesn't cover any ship-related stuff like or what kind of engineering you need or anything. But I do recommend. Well, we in general recommend a jump range of at least, what was it, 33.4 light years? That's just to be able to get the jumps to Beagle points on your own if you don't want to ride the carrier, which we encourage people to do, to jump on their own that bit when we get there. Otherwise, just bring whatever you have fun flying, and I also recommend bringing a miner and a hauler within 8-ton cargo capacity.
Long and short,
Oh,
of
and
it,
a small
Do
ship
you have
like a
ship?
fighter.
Yes.
Yes.
Can ship jump? Yes. You're good.
Recommend you being a
Yeah,
racing ship.
doubling down on the make sure it's a ship you're comfortable flying, because you're going to be spending a lot of hours in that cockpit.
Yes.
Yeah, and make sure it doesn't have an engine sound that'll get on your tits, like the Vulture or the Asp Explorer or something like
Hey,
that, because you're
I
stuck
like
with
You're
my
starting a
Explorer.
war.
I like my Explorer. It sounds like a buzzing group of hornets, you know.
Make sure your CO2 scrubbers work.
Maximum comfort.
with the Vulture. Like, I love the Vulture. Like, I really want to. I love small ships. I love small little punching above their weight combat ships. And I just cannot get away with the drone of the Vulture's engine. It just it hits me in the head somewhere, but I just can't deal with it. I've bought it and engineered it 3 fucking times and then sold it because I just cannot deal with it.
That's fair.
So ridiculous.
Coming back to the checklist question, though, if you have any concerns, if you want to know if you're ready to go, visit DistantWorlds3.space and check the frequently asked questions, because it will outline a lot of the ship outfitting and selection, as well as events, pacing, things like that. That way you know exactly what you are prepared for or preparing for. As mentioned before, yes, 33.4 light years is the minimum jump range to reach Beagle Point. So, put
your volume has kind of gone down. I don't know what you.
Is that without using boosters for your?
Yes. That is the stellar map jump range. So if you have less than that, but you can do it with Jumponium infusion, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't
Yeah,
wanna
imagine
complicate
taking a
things.
Type 10 to Beagle Point because you put a level 3 boost into it.
There's an eagle in the
That was
window.
That was how the Zombie Wasp did it on Distant Worlds 1, the one T9 in the fleet. Just didn't have the range, except with the boosts.
Yeah, I did Eagle with the Beagle, but I had to use this for the last three jumps, I think.
Remember, pay the Eagle no mind. It's not aiming its weapons at you.
Yet.
I mean,
thank you.
The stationary guns would take care of it.
Yeah.
I have to turn you louder again, Akalai. You've gone quieter, and also Anne is a bit too quiet. I should have mentioned that earlier, but nah.
I mean, my compression is kind of in and out of whack. I've never been able to get it stable, so that and my actual volume on my Focusrite Scarlet Solo seems to kind of, or not Solo, but 2i2, has a habit of not getting me back into the range that I need. So yeah, imagine recording a commercial only to find out that it's recorded at -24.
Yeah, that's also this pesky settings in Windows what you need to deactivate, but some apps have control of the volume and they will auto-adjust it, and they only adjust it down. They never adjust it up.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
a frequent
Discord
issue on
included.
that's a frequent issue on my actual workstation, because yeah, it always turns me down and my customer's like, "What? I can't hear you."
Yeah, never use auto gain control. It's always a bad idea. It's worth the time figuring out what your volume level is and just adjusting it manually.
The unfortunate part about Android devices, which I use sometimes to record with, is that you can't disable AGC. Not unless you root the damn thing. Not
Don't
gonna
get me
bother.
started about Android devices. I don't even have an option to unlock my bootloader.
That's
Yeah.
no problem.
Yes, that sounds like a me problem. Let's not get into that too much.
Today we are bootstrapping Android devices on distant radio. No.
Well, I'm not on stock Android either. That's got a little like the what's it called? I don't know. It's the Huawei stuff.
Oh, if you guys have
As a
issues
reminder,
with
the
your
Pilots
route
Federation
plotter, with the route plotting filter settings not being applied, there is another button on the Gal map where you have to click apply filter to route, and then you need to switch back to your filter settings and plot the route again, and then it should work. It's
That is so silly.
yeah. And it resets itself sometimes, or or when you reload the game, it doesn't necessarily reload with filter settings, so you have to go there again. It used to work better. Yeah.
As a reminder, the Pilots Federation does not recommend tampering with your Kovas bootloader. This may result in your insurance being null and void.
That means no
I'd
rebuy.
also like to
Don't
reach
listen
out
to
you
him.
about
Your
your
insurance,
extended
you can
warranty.
always rebuy.
Right, they're constantly calling me about extending my warranty, so I don't think they'll have an issue with it.
No.
I
So-
never like what's it called? Like made a insurance thingy
Insurance
contract,
claim?
whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
No, the thing you do before claiming something, the actual insurance thing, the policy, and I still get to rebuy everything. So I think insurance is a scam.
That's why your
I
deductible is
that.
so high, Michael. You fly that big engineered thing, and you could be paying less than 500 credits because you had an insurance policy. Anyway,
I don't. Yeah. I think the questions have run out, have they? Or is there anything on the stream, on the YouTube chat, Nagi?
Don't see anything at the moment.
I don't see any
Why a
insulting
hauler?
comments either. I would like to read them or any.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of an odd one, right? No, it's not gonna be mining tritium. You can't even. I did the whole configuration, the outfitting of getting the hauler with a little bit of jump range and 8 tons, and there was no more space for any mining equipment on that thing. Not even the prospector limpets nor the refinery, nothing. All slots are taken. Also have a sheet generator on it. Why though? Yeah, well, you'll have to see. That's a little mystery. That will be solved in time.
Again,
If
why
you wanna
is
be
Creep
one of the cool
disconnecting
people-
and
If you want to be one of the cool people, you bring one and you pay attention to meta elite.
I think Creep's connection is kind of dying out there, but you know.
No, I misclicked and it just tabbed off the Discord.
It was a misinput. It was a misinput. Calm down.
Misinput. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah. You pressed Alt F4 and it was an accident. Oh, you're using it in the browser, so okay. Never
Ew.
mind.
Ew. Disgusting.
How big of a
but
hauler? I mean,
yeah.
the
I've got
ship.
memory for days. I don't need to use the app.
The actual ship that is called Hauler, the cargo capacity 8 tons. That's the size 2 slot, I think. It only has
That's-
size 1 and size
No,
2 slots,
size
so
3.
you can't put much more on that anyway.
That's
Make
right, the
Beast of an
Hauler by
Explorer out of
Zorgon
the Hauler.
Peterson.
Yeah.
You can
You can
find
make
that
it.
at any shipyard near you.
You can make a beast of an explorer out of the hauler. I'm not sure if
Hold
you can do
on,
it
I
while
have an
keeping
actual. I
8
think I
tons.
have something for the hauler.
I'm not sure if you can do it
what
while keeping 8 tons capacity free though.
Hmm.
Although I suppose if you can, you know, swap kit out on the fly at a carrier somewhere, then it doesn't really matter. But you can, I'm sure I've got a 70 light year jump range hauler in my
A call. I'm gonna send you something really quick. You have to read it out loud.
Of course. I figured you would. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I need absolute silence for this just for a moment. Thank you very much. When you need to move cargo, dreams, and questionable life choices across the void, the hauler shows up and gets it done. It is not glamorous, but neither is Rent. Zorgon Peterson's hauler. It carries more than your hopes, which is already impressive.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
There's more where that came from.
Eventually, we're getting there. Again, recording this stuff is, again, time-consuming. Editing it is even more time-consuming.
Yes, it's a bunch of work. But yeah, we're already closing in on the closing in, so we're already hitting the 2-hour mark already. Is there any closing remarks? Anything you want to say? Give people with on the way until Sunday because the launch is almost there. And I'm actually getting subtly excited, which is not an understatement at all.
I'd say I could
No,
hear your
it
voice
isn't.
propping up there for just a moment. I don't think it was as subtle as you think it was.
You have to excuse me. I'm speaking in a lower register on purpose, like because I'm trying to not break away with my voice all the time.
Just one thing. Download Meta Elite. Raxler.org. Get it downloaded and read the instructions, please.
Yes, please. I mean, it's not required, but please do.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's worth it.
Yep, it's 100% not required. Being on the Discord, if you're on the Discord, my one plea is to look at the frequently asked questions channel or the pinned posts. I love you all. I love every single one of you on the Discord channel. I love every single one of you. My God, look at the pinned post. Check the frequently asked questions. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much
this Meta
for.
Elite thing again?
Please check the frequently asked questions.
That's Zoria's way of saying if one more fucking person asks me about engineering their like frame shift drive, I'm gonna knock them clean out.
It is literally worse than that because as we've been talking about all of this, I've been monitoring FleetCom and we just had a 10-minute discussion on how is progress being tracked. What's the final waypoint? Why aren't they announcing what the final waypoint is? So,
These must be a bunch of rookies if
read
they've
the
never.
fucking manual.
Yeah.
Fucking secret.
It's
Yeah.
How do I start? How do I register? How do I join FleetCom? How do I? And I mean, I get it. There's a lot of new players. I do sympathize, but I promise you, I have done my darndest to provide the information in a clear and concise location so you can find everything. Obviously not everything is there, but give it a shot. Read through it. Give it a chance. At least give it one read over and a couple of clicks before you give up entirely and ask me where the fleet carriers are because I'm gonna die.
Why do I suspect you've never
we
worked
have-
in IT support?
Welcome to the mod team, Zoria.
have
Also,
done-
thank you so much for everything you're doing.
Yes, and we have done pretty much everything short of making YouTube tutorial videos for how everything works.
Don't
And
mention
I
it because
don't
they
think
do
we-
dare watch those.
Do all the stops you want. I know what day one's gonna be like. Like, ooh, there's an expedition. How do
A1.
where do I get an anaconda?
Good day one for over a year
Get the
now.
anaconda at Hutton.
Thank you, Anne. I was just about to say that you have to take your Sidewinder out to Hutton Orbital, and then you'll be
Hutton
given a
Orbital.
free anaconda
Complimentary anaconda, absolutely.
Exactly.
And someone
I hope that's in
mentioned
the
IT
FAQ, by the way.
sports. I do want to put out a PSA. I am currently in my work uniform. I am counting down the minutes until I leave to go be on an ambulance for the next 5 days. If you forget your password, you are not logging in. If you did not register an email with us, you will not be able to reset your password until I am back in 5 days.
You heard it right here.
You heard it here.
Mic drop.
Though, just to calm your nerves for everyone who's gonna be getting in a panic about that, you don't need to log in to partake in Distant World 3. If you're on the Discord or whatever, that's the main place to be, except in-game, of course.
Yes, everything is public access. You do not have to log in to be able to use any of the features outside of registering and updating your registration. So if you forget your password and you submit a ticket tomorrow, do not be surprised that it isn't addressed before jumps, but you'll still be able to use all of the functions, all of the copy paste, all of the waypoint information is still 100% accessible without being logged in. But as I have just gone through 40 emails yesterday alone with people forgetting their password and not registering, I want to let you know now, if I start getting emails going, why aren't you responding? Why aren't you responding? Or I get pings in Discord, guess what? When I get back in 5 days and I have 200 emails, yours is at the bottom.
Yeah. All right. I think that's clear enough for everyone.
That is going to happen, though. You know it. It's
Yeah.
All right. One last thing for the general population as well that probably don't know this. There is a storyline happening with Distant Worlds 3. We haven't done this on such a big scale with the previous two, but Andrew Gasper and another are busy writing this enormous story, which could probably end up being a book, but you will be living it. So if you do download Meta Elite, that storyline and some of the other things that are going on in Distant Worlds 3, everything is connected. Go to the website, have a read of the story so far, and hopefully your minds will be blown by it. It's very, very good.
Everything's connected. Nothing is required. Kind of reminds me of one of the quotes from Star Trek, the Spock education, infinite diversity in infinite combinations.
Question for Jarrus.
Oh God.
All right, Mr. Spock.
Are you from Middlesbrough, perchance?
Now here's the thing. I'm not, but I'm not from very far away.
Right, fair enough.
A little bit to the north and the west.
Newcastle up here. So,
I'm Durham.
Yeah, and if that's close, we might meet someday.
Yeah, there's a few of us from exactly the same region. So, yeah.
All right. We might consider a meetup at some point if anyone's interested in that. But let's put that on the shelf for the future because we're past our 2-hour mark, and I think we should close our things here. It
Just a
was
reminder.
a fantastic episode. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. It turned out much more fun, much more diverse, and much more informative than I expected and announced. Thank you, and everyone say their goodbyes, please.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your good advice, guys.
Thank you for
Lovely
choosing Apex.
to talk to you, and I'll see you in the black.
Bye, everyone.
I'm a terrible moderator.
Good night.
See you all soon out there. Bye.
Yeah, see you on Sunday.
And of course, if you want to make sure
Don't be
that you
late.
keep your, if you want to make sure you keep yourself entertained while you're out in the black, make sure that you're also sticking around because, again, our DJs here on Distant Radio will be going live during the expedition. So if you want some good tunes to listen to, then feel free to listen to one of our shows. Otherwise, the Auto DJ will take your requests. Just expect a few songs ahead of you.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
exactly. Thank you very much. And see you on Sunday and have a good night. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.